Theater. Interior crocodile
Nautilus band,
alligator.
big Nautilus band. Don't want to see any more of that out of him and us.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead. I just started the recording.
That is really exciting.
Shut up.
What? No, that was really exciting.
Oh, jeez, Louise. All right. Wow, Katarina Pan, what on earth is going on in these picks and bands? So anyway, we just this is our third in-house today, right? We're sort of having a little bit of trouble. It's finals week. We're having trouble getting the team play together, 5v5s and everything. So we will
It
be
is what it
casting
is.
these.
We've gone back
Stop
to our
saying that,
mainstay.
you noob.
It we've gone back to our mainstay.
That is true.
You
You're
know,
wrong.
we got that
Last
Nidalee
game was
band.
pretty good to watch.
It
It was
was.
very off meta. There was a little bit of trolling from Baranabas. He loves to troll me. But
Uh-huh.
at any rate, we did see that that kind of interesting team comp. They had the double ranged AD carry. They had a brand jungle plus an RA for lots of magic damage, and it was interesting to watch. We shall
But
see exactly what they do this time around, which will be similarly, I'm sure, quirky and odd and all that stuff.
oh
So,
man, Shen band. Who's gonna play Shen? Who's
ooh,
gonna
are you
play
even gonna
Shen?
see a
Will
Shen?
it be a support Shen or a top lane Shen? What sort of Shen are we gonna see? Also,
They
will it be like every draft game I've played recently where Shen was unbanned, where somebody dodges? Because I'll be very unhappy. Seriously, three
oh
times in a row.
OMG no Shenban noob dodge.
No, I'm like top. No, I'll be like first pick, and I'll just leave Shen unbanned. And if they don't ban him, I pick him, and then the other team dodges without fail. It's like, first pick Lux. It's
I
kind of
love Lux.
ballsy.
I love Lux, and I played Lux the other day and did I'd like to say a bang up job. I
Was
did a
that the
bang
game
up
that
job.
trolled us?
No,
Okay.
no, I played Lux in an in-house,
Uh
and
huh.
then I played Lux in ranked fives, and both times it was crushing. But Lux is in a bad spot right now. She really is. Of all the actual combo champs, she has one of the hardest combos to really get the most out of it. It generally what you want to do is a Q, auto attack, E, pop the E, get the R, and then another auto attack, which is very
Hmm.
mechanically intensive if you want to put it down as burst, right?
Yeah.
And even if you get that down,
Hmm.
um, you don't do as much damage as many other casters.
Aw, shoot. Gonna be that AP
Ooh, Soraka
mid,
and
either
or Janna.
Soraka or Janna.
Yep, I would love to see it.
Ooh.
Baranabas picking up the Warwick. Is it going to be a jungle? Is it going to be a solo top? Or is it going to be, I don't know.
Probably a
Baranabas,
Jungle Jarvan and a solo top
could be.
Warwick.
Jarvan, however, Warwick and Lux is brutal. It really is
Wow.
brutal. But by the way, one of the things that's a problem with Lux is that many AP mids sort of have like a finisher move. And a
Yeah.
finisher move is a high damage, no CC, low cooldown move that you just use to put damage down, right?
Yeah.
So Annie has her Disintegrate. Anivia has her E. Karthus has his Q.
Isn't Lexus
Cassiopeia
supposed
has
to
his
be her
Q.
slow?
Her E. But see, that's the thing. Because her E has a slow component, because her Q has a snare component, they have higher cooldowns. Because obviously it would be a little bit broken if the Lux Q had the same cooldown as the Ziggs Q, because Ziggs just
Hmm.
has this low cooldown, high damage spell. If there was a snare component on that,
It's
and
like Karthus's layways. Sure.
yeah, exactly. So that's sort of one of the problems Lux has is that because she has CC, she obviously has higher cooldowns to offset that utility. But because of that, it does mean that she can't really get as much damage out as she would otherwise like. So
Wait, but LeBlanc doesn't have that same issue.
what? But what AOE CC does LeBlanc have?
She doesn't have AoE CC. She just has straight CC.
Right, but that's sort of different. It's like Cassidon has a silence, LeBlanc has a silence and a snare, but she's like LeBlanc is a single target assassin.
Hmm.
Lux is an AoE burst damage. So think about any AoE damage spell in the game that's on a short cooldown. None of it has any sort of CC, hard CC related to it.
Hmm.
And I'm looking through right now to make sure that there's not some thing I forgot. But like Vager's Q, short cooldown, but Vager's E, long cooldown.
Hmm.
Oops, PvP.net has encountered a problem. An unknown
What sort
error
of
has
problem?
occurred. You know, it would be great information to have, Riot, but really they just don't care. Hopefully that doesn't mean my spectator mouse is going to poop out. My cat is going berserk, so be right back.
All right. We are seeing an Ezreal, potentially AD. How about, ooh, it's like actually looking like a,
Wait, oh fuck, that means my client's bugged.
whatever. You'll be able to get back in. Just wait until the game actually starts to exit. Otherwise, you'll exit the in-house. It's cool, dog. Sacred Venge is going AD Nautilus. Or not AD Nautilus. AD... Oh, never mind. He's going top with a Rumble. I thought he was going to go Nasus top. Looks like they went Lulu as bot lane.
Oh, and I'm back in. I'm glad that I didn't quit out of that. Yeah, I see that. I just saw the Rumble as bot pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Jungle Warwick, probably AP mid Lux. No, wait, what are you talking about? It's Lulu as bot lane.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Rumble as bot lane.
No,
like,
that would be weird. I thought... I don't know what I thought. I'm really... clearly my brain is not functioning on a super high level currently. But hey, look at all that time we got. We got like a minute because it's tournament draft. Because in a tournament, people need a little bit more time. They gotta slow their roll.
Gotta
like
slow
milk.
that roll a bit. I got a fast roll, bro.
You do have a fast roll.
It's fast.
It's Shriven.
Baranabas, I think, doesn't understand. I'm
What?
gonna kill this guy. He's just
He's
trying
running
to
heal
throw me
on
at every
Warwick?
point. No,
That's really good.
I said he doesn't understand what my point was about cooldowns and how it relates to CC, right? So he said, LeBlanc, her ult has like a 20-second CD. And I said, LeBlanc has short CDs on Q because it doesn't have CC related to it.
But it
Just
has
in
a
and of itself.
silence.
And then, and I said, so like Lux doesn't have that short CD spell. That's my point. And he says, yeah, well, Lux is a trash champ. Only champ worse is Ez. I think I actually felt a vein in my forehead just like burst.
Oh god.
So anyway,
you guys are going to kill Milk if you keep this up.
yeah, don't worry, I ain't even mad. I'm 1980s Will Smith levels of calm right now.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I got my Reeboks on. I got my neon green and purple sweatshirt, and I'm kicking it.
AP Janna, you want to talk about that?
I don't think
I know
it is
you
AP
do.
Janna.
That's why we're not going to.
It's support Janna with an MF and AP Soraka. Support Janna with MF works very well because she has an AD steroid and MF has an AS steroid. So combined, you have a
they
huge
changed their summoners in like the last second because it was heal on the Soraka.
But I mean, even heal, lots of people pick up heal on what's it called? So anyway, probably gonna be Lux mid, Warwick jungle, Lulu bot with Ez, and a Rumble pick. Ezreal, he's not going to be AP Ezreal probably. He's probably going to be ADS. However, he still gets a little bit of benefit out of that Lulu because he does have decent scalings on ER and, not such a great scaling on Q when you don't have that Lich Bane, but still he does benefit quite well from Lulu support. So bot lane, it looks like we're going to see that Janna MF versus Lulu Ezreal. Going to be interesting to see how that goes. I think I'm going to put the favor in. I'm gonna give MF Janna the favor of actually like a hard engage. Mm-hmm. Maybe a good polymorph can turn around like a big trade. However, MF Janna with that AS buff and with the AD buff, it is very, very, very strong early game. Soraka gonna go mid against Lux. Gonna be quite interesting how that matches up because Lux does have her shield, which seems like it could be quite good against Soraka's sort of more sustained damage. If she can get that off, she can block, a star call or two, and kind of, as long as she.
I don't know how mana efficient that's going to be, because a lot of what
Soraka's mana cost just got buffed, nerfed. Star call costs more mana now.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I just
one
played
shield.
Soraka. Yeah. You're still massively punishing in lane, especially if you choose to go the route where you're just like, I'm going to burn basically all my mana, but you're not going to be able to stay here. So.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, Lux's shield is actually very, very, very strong against sustained damage, like Soraka.
Sure, but you can just wait until the shield's off to silence her. I mean, you do have just like really, really strong ranged harass that you're going to be able to. That is free.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that it would be better than.
You think I still don't
like
think
like in terms of Lux's
optimal.
I don't know. I think it's going to be able to block 2 star calls.
Maybe
Anyway,
the
wait, but
situation
and
with
by
the
the way,
Soraka has
there's going to be
decided to hard engage.
Rumble Top against Shreve on Riven, the legendary Shriven that I'll have to talk about. Lee Sin not picking up Flash Smite, instead going for the Exhaust Smite against Warwick. So we shall see. I think early game Lee Sin's going to be a lot stronger at ganking. However, level 6 Warwick and Lux almost certainly going to be able to full to zero that Soraka if she sticks around in lane. So we shall see. Post 6, I expect a lot of kills mid.
At what time does a jungle expect to hit 6 approximately?
If all Warwick wants to do is farm and he doesn't get counter jungle, he will hit 6 at around 7.5 minutes. If he ganks and gets successful ganks off, it can be a little bit earlier, but like 7 minutes 30 seconds. If he gets both buffs, he will be picking up level 6 after he gets that second buff. That's the general approximation I have. Especially when you're Lee Sin, who's sort of gank heavy, if you can do a little bit of counter jungling, steal the enemy big wraith once or twice, and get a kill or two, especially if you soak up a bit of XP in a lane, you can easily hit 6 when you take the buff or give your buff to your mid lane. So if this Lux
Doran's blades starting on
Riven and
red team, that is.
By the way,
more than I've seen in a long time.
The laugh tier list, they have the best 2 laughs in the game in terms of how annoying they are. Lulu and Lux. We just heard that Lulu laugh at the very start.
I love the Lulu laugh.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Lux is actually much worse. I sat in a lane where the Lux did nothing but spam laugh the entire game.
Although Soraka's a little OP in her own regard, and then she can say, "Joyce fights so poorly. Joyce fights so poorly." Ugh. I'm not even holding the controls.
I know.
It's Sorry. Warwick, he's like a tier 4 taunt emote kind of guy. I don't really like his. Ezreal, do you belong in you belong in this museum? Noxians, I hate those guys. Time for a true display of skill. He has some of the best lines of dialogue in this. Rumble, Ezreal, tier 1 in terms of like characterization.
Ezreal's dick a little harder.
Wow, watch the language, dude.
No, now that I know that the language, now that I know that the flag is up, I ain't holding back anymore.
Yeah, except it makes you sound like a maroon.
Oh yeah, that's so.
At any rate, we are going to see Warwick go for a blue start. Going to get a little bit of help here from Rumble on his wolves, and Lee Sin is going to go for a red start and get a little bit of help on his wraiths. Oh, and Lee Sin, I think, actually had a little bit of XP stolen from Riven. You really don't want to take XP on those larger camps, on the larger creeps of the small camps. Looks like Brandabas a little bit behind the Lee Sin. Lux gonna pop that A, very nicely done. Rumble maybe gonna put some damage down. Started with E, a little interesting. Riven, by the way, says she quote-unquote has a free kill versus Rumble. So take that as you will. I played a solo queue, duo queue the other day, and she did, in fact, destroy Rumble, although I'd like to say it was because of my excellent jungling. Lee Sin actually coming in very early with that red buff. Might be a first blood here. Shreve did start with that Q. Maybe gonna go for that level 2. If I think she just needs to auto attack down a creep. Come on. You're wasting badm1lk's time. Get that creep down, get that W. I don't know what she's doing here.
I don't know what this Rumble's doing. It's getting close to that.
There's the Q, there's the E, right as Riven levels up, and I think maybe had Riven flashed in and ignited, that would have been a kill, because she had the 3 stacks of her passive stacked up, which gives her a little bit of extra AD, a little bit of physical damage on each auto attack once you've cast some spells, and she had her W, and she had Ignite. Almost certainly would have been a first blood against the Sacred Venge on Rumble. However, she was just a little bit too slow. I really don't like that play from her. At any rate, Warwick, not the best counter jungler.
Look at this mid, dude.
Ooh, that is quite brutal.
Like you don't want to like. Very few things would I like choose to lane against Soraka mid, and Lux would be something that like.
Well, she hasn't put any points in her shield.
Really strong counter pick.
It's a 170 health shield right now at level 1. If you perfectly get both. Which means against that level 1 Star Call, that's 3
You mentioned how you thought it would be good
mitigation.
against sustained damage. It's the opposite. When you have sustained damage, you can choose to stop using the damage as the shield comes
Lee
up.
Sin coming in, by the way. Ooh, just barely missing that Q. No, that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean
Because
it
you
doesn't
can
make
do the
sense?
same with burst.
I can just stop star calling.
So?
Then
Good.
So you burned a bunch of mana not to get the full effect of your spell.
Yeah, except no, because the thing is I can go in and like auto attack you, I can go in and cast spells. No, it's bad against burst because you can wait for the shield to go down and then just burst them. It's good against sustained
burst
damage.
because it literally lessens the effect of burst.
No, because Lux's shield is unique in that it hits you twice. You don't understand what I'm saying. It's fine. Misfortune going down for first blood. Down bot.
I just don't think it's 100% correct.
Ooh, Lee Sin missing that Q a little bit. Oh, and exhaust going down. He's maybe going to be able to pick up a kill here. He has the ward. He gets the red buff slow. Janna flashes in for the... Oh, and he needs to be careful though. He actually shielded himself instead of shielding over to Janna. Soraka has come down. It would be a very bad decision to dive that because they are very, very early game. Even with that Soraka Astral Blessing, it's not going to be enough armor to give you a lot of survivability against that turret. Riven taking down Sacred Venge very low up top, but also taking a fair amount of damage in return. She has no health pots, whereas Rumble has just started a third health spot. His third health pot and still has 2 in inventory. She's actually got in a little bit of trouble here. Rumble has his ignite up. Was forced to use that flash earlier on, but it looks like he's actually in the dominant position. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what went wrong.
Where's the free kill, Shreve? Where's
exactly.
the free kill?
Where is it? Ooh, and that is going to be a kill on Shreve. So a little bit of misplay from her up top. I think she did get her lane a little bit pushed in that early gank that wasn't all that successful. Was able to force the flash, however, not quite able to capitalize on it. So
I think that it was probably a lot of really good just harass using that what's it called? The
Flame Spitter.
Flame Spitter.
Oh, actually, Lee Sin doesn't have red buff though. Not going to be all that able to go in. Missing a little bit of CS, but doing a nice job of just soaking up the XP. This is going to be very good for him. He is definitely going to be able to get level 6.
Already 1.5 times the Lux's farm.
Yep.
It's going to be a fairly dominant lane.
I don't know. I mean, this is clearly a lane that is weaker early for Lux, but once those ganks come in, she can just get a free full combo on her while the Soraka is suppressed.
Yeah, work ganks. Hit 6, 1 kill.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We need to keep our eyes on Warwick because that is going to be a lot of full to 0 pressure. As long as she can space out those auto attacks nicely, she is putting points into light binding instead of loosened singularity. I don't know about that decision. Usually when I play Lux, I max E, before the Q, and this is sort of, so there you see one star call is equal to 1 shield, but she's not doing the best job landing those heal shots, which is I think a little bit of trouble for her. She is also Soraka's about to hit level. Not hit level 6, but she is about to get blue buff donated to her. So you can see.
Oh god.
badm1lk. Oh wow. Actually, lots of damage going down again. Shreve picked up by the equalizer from Rumble, and it looks like if she falls behind, this is going to be very bad for her because Rumble is such a bully.
Wow.
It's level 7 to level 5 right now, and Shreve doesn't want to get behind.
Blue buff.
Wow, Soraka.
That's just rough beats.
Yeah, it really is. And Banana not really using the spell test that efficiently here. Does have ulti. Just gonna probably gonna want to back off because that ignite is up, the circle's up, and the silence is up. She can just die.
He'll probably be able to, after maybe donating this blue to Lux, he might be 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, actually, Lulu going down bot lane against Theory of None and Janna. Such a strong amount of damage coming out of those 2 champs when they want to. They fight around if the Janna puts the shield on MF and the MF pops impure shots, which he's not actually maxing. Interesting. So this is going to be slightly poke heavy. Lee Sin actually taking Sacred Venge quite low, which is going to help Shreve out.
Venge actually, with a ward, saw him move into that bush and actually ran over and just hit him with the Electro Harpoon for a little bit of damage.
Yeah. So it actually looks like Warwick has now hit level 6 and also has donated that blue buff over to Lux. Right now the CS is 46 to 60, so she has closed that gap a little bit, both in percentage terms and in overall, flat amount of CS. Looks like Lee Sin is going to sneak up. Keep your eyes on Warwick. I'll be watching up top. Lee Sin has snuck into this brush up here. Not going to get spotted yet. He is still in that brush.
Warwick's been spotted on this ward.
Oh,
Soraka
yeah.
knows.
Okay, good. Soraka knows. So she's probably going to want to hug the top side of the lane and maybe flash in for the ulti.
I don't know what work. He's just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
Looks like a dive.
Oh,
going
wow.
down
Actually,
top.
a dive going down on top. So very nicely down there. badm1lk is taken very, very low, but able to save himself by dashing away. I think out of the flames there. Warwick gets spotted. They know he's there. Ping's coming out.
Do they know?
Oh my god, I'm the biggest idiot in the world. 9 minutes of a black screen on the cast.
No way.
Way.
Nobody messaged me, dog.
No, people message you, you just can't see it because of this stupid
No,
spectator mode.
oh god.
Oh wow, so much damage going down onto this Soraka. But she's gonna ghost away that. I think maybe I would have wanted to see a flash ignite coming out of the hands of Lux. Ooh,
Oh,
she has
wow,
to be
you're
careful
right.
not to take a turret hit.
Wow, that is massively unfortunate.
I really don't like this new spectator mode where you can't see messages. You have to enable it every single game.
That is one of the most annoying things ever in the history of annoying things.
Indeed is. Oh well. It happens.
Megs, thank you for your messages. I'm sorry I couldn't see them.
Yeah.
Meg's not playing in this game?
No, she was in the last one. I don't know what happened. Ooh, and a nice bind. Although Lee Sin is around, this is the Q because Lux is forced to flash out. I think maybe if Lux had popped her E, which did land correctly, she could have finished off with the laser over. No, it is.
This game's so close at the 10-minute mark.
12.1k gold to 12k gold.
That's basically the first blood advantage right there.
Yep. First blood, of course, giving you 100 gold, more than a normal kill. So you are correct. Some nice poke damage going down. I generally max W on MF. It gives you a much bigger trade advantage, and it also gives you that nice stacking magic damage plus, you know, the attack speed. So with John, it seems like it's the better choice.
Lee Sin coming down lane
Lee
up
Sin
top.
coming up top. Yeah. And we're gonna switch over to the view. Rumble he has just spotted the Lee Sin. He gets the E down, he gets the Q down, and he gets the Q. Oh, and he nicely done from Sheep just to pick up that Rumble kill at max range. A little bit.
A lot of it was top. Warwick hasn't been top even once for a gank.
Yeah.
What has he been doing?
He hasn't really ganked any lanes, in fact. He hasn't ganked mid.
And he's still got the same farm as Lee Sin. I don't know what's going on.
Yep. Oh, and Warwick actually up top with the ulti. Lux is coming in behind. They might spot the Lee Sin. Oh, and a nice Q lands. There's the shield. Ooh, nicely done. But a Soraka ult probably going to keep them at bay. Probably not going to want to chase them that. And yeah, it looks like they are safe. They're just going to back off. Ooh, actually maybe go for a little bit of damage here on the in the brush. But no, instead just going to nuke down that wave as the creeps did push up the turret. So nicely done there. Shreve with 66 CS to Rumble's 55. A little bit of a gold lead there. Soraka 30 CS ahead of Lux. Lux just really getting bullied out of lane. Doesn't really, I think, have the confidence. One of the other drawbacks of Lux, I guess, against Soraka is that you don't really make use of a Woda. And Woda is a very good option against Soraka. So they do know that she's around here, though. This could be dangerous for her. She wants to get that shield down. She gets the shield down. There's the Q. That is almost certainly going to be a kill. Get the auto attack down. Get the ulti. Boom. There we go. Warwick and Lux together could just really shut down the effectiveness of that Soraka with burst damage. Obviously, Soraka is all about sustained damage, sustaining yourself in lane with Astral Blessing. badm1lk going to do a little bit of counter jungling there. He knows that the big wraith is still up. And what is he planning to do here? Ooh, and a nice drop from him. Very well played from badm1lk. Putting that ward down over the wall. Able to jump over the wall to pick up the kill on Lux. He just stuck around a little too long.
That's what it takes to be 2K lows, kids.
That really is. You learned it all from me.
Uh-huh.
No, actually, when I first met badm1lk in solo queue, this may shock and disgust some of you. I played Lee Sin as pretty much entirely tank, and I actually maxed E.
What? Wait.
I maxed E.
The
rationale being it is a much bigger movement speed and attack speed shred. So pretty. Oh, Riven taken down very low by Rumble up top. She does. Sacred Venge does miss the misses an Electro Harpoon, but Riven I think just too slow waiting for those cooldowns. I think
she
waiting for
put
the
a
Valor.
flash shoot to get out of his ult. So that was an even better
What's
trade.
very
All
close.
the summoners
I don't
went
know.
out.
Did she use the Wind Slash?
She.
I don't think she did.
She did.
I don't know. I wasn't watching. It is sort of a
I
little
was
hard
watching.
to tell.
I don't. I think she might have missed it.
Maybe. Yeah, at any rate, it looks like blue buff is going to go over to Lux. So this is Lux's second blue buff of the game. Soraka
This
already
game is
kicked
so
off
even.
blue. It is really, really even right now. About a 400 gold lead in
Every
favor of
time
blue.
I think somebody's gonna get an advantage.
Yeah. Soraka, I think really now that she has blue, Lux could be a little bit more liberal with her shields. But really now, when a Warwick ganks, there's going to be a lot of damage coming down on the Soraka. Ooh, and Soraka gonna find Lux
Here it
just
comes.
sees
Down through lane yet again.
badm1lk.
Good flash. Even able to hit the Lee Sin with the slow. Janna a little bit ballsy.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Riven actually gets taken down. No, wait, sorry, that is Janna who gets taken down.
Yeah.
Did Ezreal ult?
Right on the MF.
Ooh, so close. I don't think that would have been a kill.
I don't
There's
think
a
it would've
red. There is a red pot in the MF. That is interesting to note, but I don't know why exactly she's doing that.
I think
I guess
she doesn't want to be a strong later in the. Oh, here's the Warwick.
Transmogulate! Ooh, and an arcane shift in. The ulti goes down from Warwick onto the MF. However, that heal is just so huge.
Yeah, and
really keeping her very
the
safe.
ult from
Soraka actually coming in down bot. Could be a little bit of a problem for the team. But no, it looks like she isn't going to go in.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a ward goes down. So it looks like Lee Sin just barely missing the Q. MF, however, going to get caught. Ooh, and the binding lands. That's almost certainly going to pick a kill. There we go. Lux has a huge
up top,
amount of
Shreve
burst.
popping off that wind slash, but she is so low and ending up running away from the rumble.
Yeah, I mean when you're behind like this in terms of kills, she has slightly more CS, but I think overall the gold and XP advantage is in favor of Rumble. He has a level on her, as well as a 300 gold lead. So
He's got a kill over.
Yep.
And
Shreve also picking up Merc Treads and another null magic mantle, taking it to 110 MR. So Rumble going to be quite happy. About to pick up his Will of the Ancients. I don't know if this amplifying tone is because he didn't realize that the water change is kind of in effect. badm1lk actually sneaking up top, not deciding to go through Tribe Rush. And Rumble doesn't have any wards to spot this, so he could be in trouble here.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble here.
badm1lk gonna go in, gets the E down
Definitely
first.
a kill.
Almost certainly gonna be killed. Yep. Soraka actually putting the silence down to get that assist. And red team not in a position to, blue team not in a position to capitalize off that. They could have maybe gone for that dragon. However, look at it, 16 minutes into the game, 19.8 to 19.2k gold. Slight advantage in terms of gold in favor of blue. Rumble, a lot of pressure going up top from this Lee Sin because
that's an interesting thing to note about Rumble. Although he has the same score as Riven, Riven's had assists on, I believe, 2 out of those 3 kills. So the kills in top lane have actually generated more gold for red team than blue team's kills up top.
Yeah, but on the flip side, it's not a lot of pressure going into the other lanes. And as a result, Misfortune is a good 40 CS behind. Just really not getting much help from the jungler. The one time I think badm1lk's come bot, blue team did a great job of setting up that counter gank that actually turned around. Blew some summoners for red, and then Lux was able to pick up the kill a couple seconds later. So it is interesting to note that while it looks like Riven is getting a lot of help from Lee Sin, and it is keeping her kind of competitive in that lane, it's not really maybe what the team needs overall because they are a little behind. Soraka putting a nice ward down, gonna be able to spot Baranabas if he goes for that gank mid. He should, I think, really invest in overalls. He actually got
3 pings going down on Baranabas. Oh,
yeah.
badm1lk.
Well, lots of damage going down. Theory of None actually using and a very good Lulu ulti, almost certainly saving the life. Yeah, actually, he would have lived with 4 HP. He had 304 HP after that Lulu ulti. After Lee Sin. Oh no, I forgot about mitigation. Oh yeah, no, even post mitigation. Very nice job from Lulu to just. I think it wouldn't have been a kill, but it was very, very, very close. You could have breathed on him and he would have died. Who's that going low? It is Lux going quite low down bot. Maybe just gonna want to use that ulti to clear off that
to take a quick dragon.
Yeah, very well played from them. They have sent the AP mid back and the AD carry. So, very wise choice from that. Brandabus, a nice tornado from Jonah. Obviously, if you're a support, what's the point of auto-attacking the, the waves?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, auto-attacking the creep. What you should do is exactly what she did do, in that you kind of, fall back a little bit, stop auto-attacking that dragon. Your damage is pretty meaningless, and instead just put some CC down on the enemy jungler who may be coming in for
I
the
love this
steal.
MF skin.
Yeah, it's quite good. Secret Agent. It's I think inspired by Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Right? A media franchise known for giving many kids their first boner.
This is live on Milkcast, folks.
Inappropriate. Hey,
Reeve
you were
taking tons of damage up top.
tons of damage.
Almost
indeed.
dying. Force pop flash.
Yeah, Riven. I can kind of see why Shreve feels comfortable in that matchup. She has that nice shield to get rid of a lot of that sustained DOT damage. from Rumble.
Warwick.
And also she has a lot of mobility to get out of the.
There's a Soraka in the area.
There is. She has a lot of mobility to get off of his ult. Rumble against a slow-moving target, like I don't even know, or someone would know immediate like blink type abilities. Someone like maybe an Udyr. If you put that ulti down, they can often have a hard time getting off. A nice dodge from Soraka, just barely missing that Lux binding. It's going to be interesting to see. Looks like Lux is going straight for that death cap. Obviously a very nice build for that.
And a very low.
And it is taken very low. The Ezel is up. Ooh, and this could be a kill from Shiz. There's a bear. Looks like he's going to want to sneak into the Fog of War. Oh, and able to pick up the kill. Very nicely done from Shiz the bear. Nice. Just having a little bit of trouble. I know he is actually a
They want to
EU
dive
player.
this Rumble up top.
Oh, indeed
Well,
they do.
Soraka
Warwick is in the
getting
area
found
though.
in
Lux
the
is in the
jungle.
area too. But by the way, Niminos is a EU West player, so he plays with quite a high ping.
Must make dodging those ults pretty hard.
Pretty difficult. Oh, and a nice bind going out. What is going to happen off of this? Looks like nothing. They are just going to
I
fall
know,
back.
Shreve is at really low health.
Ooh, there's the flash ulti. Is the laser going to come in from the Lux? She's going to want to be careful of that blood set. Ooh, and a nice laser, a nice bind actually picking them up. However, now she has to be careful because Lee Sin is going to come in with that Q. Ooh, and just a little bit too... Oh, and a fail flash from Banana. This is going to be bad. Almost certainly going to be a kill there. And Riven just able to dash off of that Rumble ulti. So, looks like Roundabouts is also actually going to go down. Has a couple of stacks up from that Soraka. But no.
Wow.
I think really maybe not the best play from Lux. She did do a nice job of dodging that Lee Sin bind. However, she did fail to flash over the wall. Maybe Rumble and Rumble and Warwick should have fallen back a little bit and instead gone to protect them.
And the first turret
Lulu,
goes
by the
down.
way, doing an excellent job of zoning entirely from both gold and XP, zoning the enemies away from the creep line. So that Ezreal and Lulu just in such a dominant position right now. They're not having a very good job. He can't really trade. She can't really trade. That Ezreal's just so dominant, poking her down to half health. She's invested in a second red pot. It looks like Soraka's at the enemy red buff.
So it's kind of interesting. So the Ezreal...
Is Nomad's DC'd or something? No. Does get spotted by Ranabus though. It's gonna be bad. He's gonna have to be careful. Lux is coming in.
So is
and
Lulu.
land that binding. Lulu's coming in also. Ooh, and a nice dodge from the Soraka.
Oh, but
Warwick,
they're going
strange
in.
animation going in. Ooh, and so much damage coming into Banana. badm1lk doing an excellent job. Has got Tutor and a Fade. Lots of damage coming out of his hands. MF not quite able to pick up the assist there. Does flash in, gets the auto attacks down, and excellent Qs coming out of the hands of badm1lk. Landed, I think, 3 or
badm1lk
maybe
really just...
even 4 Qs in that fight.
I would say
So that
badm1lk's
was-
got to be the MVP in this game so far.
Definitely. He has been part of 10 of his team's 11 kills. Excellent job, doing a decent job staying up in farm, doing a very good job of getting those ganks off. A couple of missed Qs, but Lee Sin is actually very difficult to consistently land those skill shots. But when you land them, you feel like a god. You deal so much damage. Excellent. Very fun, very mobile, very high skill cap on Lee Sin. Lots of great combos. You see him use the QRQ, which will of course maximize the amount of damage, but is quite risky because you can end up kicking people away to safety. You almost saw it happen on top.
With the amount of, I mean, he's still out farming the Warwick, even though he's ganked probably 3 to 4 times as much.
Yeah, and I mean that is kind of Lee Sin's thing. He ganks very hard, and he really can't snowball. I don't like that he hasn't picked up an Oracles. He does feel quite unkillable to me right now with that Soraka support, with that Janna support.
Soraka's so insane right now, dude.
195 CS to Lux's 123. Lux just having a lot of trouble getting that CS down. Really, I would like to see some more ganks. You know, Banana has shown that when he gets that full combo off, especially with Warwick to help him out, it can full to zero the Soraka. And however, now that they have a Rise, that might be different. Sacred Bench in a little bit of trouble up top. badm1lk can do a phenomenal job to tank when he has that Soraka Astral
Yeah, this is
Blasting
going to be a straight dive.
looks like maybe Sacred Bench is
he's
going
to be able to get away. I don't know what he's doing right now.
I mean, if you go to his vision, he doesn't know what's there. He's wisely checking that brush, but badm1lk actually did something quite good, and that Lux E is going to spot him. So, nice play from badm1lk to kind of dodge out of that brush when he saw the Rumble using his Electro Harpoon. However, they did spot him there, and they think he's backed off. However, now badm1lk gonna maybe go for the straight tower dive and go behind turret, kick him away from turret maybe. There's the kick. It doesn't work so well because it kicks him right into a wall. However,
Ribbon. It's gonna be such an easy dive.
Oh, and the Lux actually saves! Excellent bind coming out of the hands of Lux. Sorry, excellent shield. Not going to be quite enough, however, they do force Shreve to flash
and there's
out.
Nobody else in the area.
Yeah,
so
that Warwick did back off.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh wait, Warwick wasn't up there.
Warwick's bottom.
I thought
they're gonna dive something.
They're maybe gonna dive bot and maybe go for Dragon because they know the 3 of the enemy team was just up top. Roundabouts not being so aggressive. I think right now they're gonna want to put the ult down on
Oh
Zona.
my god.
You have the Hungering Strike on. That's not the way you want to play that. However, it's not going to be enough. He gets taken down. And I believe that's a buff transfer from MF to Ezreal, right? And yeah, indeed it is. He's just
transferring that IE, and they just took both top turrets.
Yeah. So Red now kind of pulling ahead very heavily in the lead. It was very evenly matched up earlier on. However, now a lot of counter jungle and a lot of kills going on, plus those 3 turrets they've taken down. There's now a 6k gold lead for the red team. So they're gonna hopefully make good use out of this red buff. It is very, very strong on Ezreal because his Q, his missile shot, has like 1100 range. So if you can get those consistent red buff procs off from range, it is very, very, very strong. Also, abilities with on-hit effects actually are counted as melee attacks, which is an interesting thing about the programming. So you'll actually
melee attacks, really?
Yeah, like. Yeah.
So, like, for the purposes of, say, a
slow, like red buff, a red buff. A red buff does slow more if it's melee than if it's ranged. So you'll get a bigger slow percentage out of like a frozen mallet, a red buff, things like that. Also, Kale's auto attack is considered a melee auto attack, even when she uses her E.
That makes sense to me.
Yep. So red buff and frozen mallet quite strong on her. Does look like the red team is going to pick up a dragon. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot to do, although maybe we'll see Lux pick up a... Ooh, and I think had Banana timed that, there would be nothing badm1lk could do to outsmite it, because an Ez ult plus a Lux ult hitting at the same time will easily outdamage the true damage of smite.
And they had vision, so...
Banana, I mean, not the greatest Lux play. She has done a great job of hitting certain skill shots, however...
Lux is a very challenging character to play efficiently.
Yeah. She's got 4 skill shots, she has high cooldowns, but she does have a lot of range, and in an ideal situation, a lot of burst damage. However, like for instance just then, she didn't line herself up to use the ult down the wave, and as a result she missed a bit of CS, you know, things like that. Just kind of, sort of more, you know, things that you would really understand with a bit more playtime, I guess, on the channel. Soraka, though, clearly doing a great job to win mid lane. Warwick, I would have loved to see him put a couple more ganks mid, because he's had his ulti on off cooldown for a very, very, very
He
long
really
time.
hasn't... I feel like if you just flash ulti the people when they're actually in lanes, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
And he really used it once, and now, oh, Rumble.
Oh, but
Sacred, so far away from where you want to be.
No, but he is quite escapable. Although there is the Q, and he has lost, of course, that second turret. Almost certainly going to be a kill. Great job. That Rylai's, that red slow, that E slow, it's like just able to let Lee Sin really reposition himself very nicely. No real wards. He has that ward over at Baron. But nothing really maybe in his jungle. It would be great for him to defensively ward his blue. Warwick, I think, realizes maybe that the enemy buff is going for Baron buff, and he's going to want to go and head over there. Taking it already very, very low, down at 7,000 health. Looks like badm1lk is saying, guys, let's back off. I don't know about the decision. Or? I don't know. I guess he was in the area and maybe just didn't want to go in too early. Wanted to wait for them to get a little bit lower. At any rate, Shreve popping that ulti and going in. Banana just throwing out a very strange skill shot there. Ranabus just laughing. She runs away. Ezreal down bot is still so far ahead of this misfortune. However, it is 230. Oh wow! And actually, Tyrion done. There's a bear doing an excellent job to use his arcane shift over the wall. Oh, and very good ulti coming off the hands of Lulu, saving the Ezreal's life. Imino's gonna lose an Oracle's here maybe. Actually did pop that ulti. Still has flash up too. Oh, and now this could be trouble. They know he's around.
This is not. This could be. This is trouble. Zez is not in
a
good spot.
And actually going in for that Janna. He is of course so much more mobile than Riven. Oh, but there's the flash over the wall. Very nicely done from Shri. Hear that kill. Rumble using the ulti to get the Soraka. There's the kill. Very nicely done there. badm1lk lands Q, kind of gets the vision. Lux puts the laser down. Sorry, the shield down. Catches the work. Oh, and a great ult! Able to take down Lulu. Lulu able to take down Janna. However, now Lux is gonna pay the price for that. But here, very good flash
so
away.
Much AD.
But really, Shri able to kill. badm1lk hitting legendary. He has 219 AD and is just tanking this turret all day long. Yeah, and there's a Q. Nice shield, but it's not going to be enough to save her. So very well played from red team.
Yes.
Shirelia's Reverie being picked up on Lulu, by the way. Very good against Riven and Lulu. You know, and
0 and 7.
Crazy. Soraka with a 60 gold lead over the Lulu. Over the Lux. Riven with a 67 CS lead over the Rumble. Misfortune actually trailing quite far behind, about 60 CS at the disadvantage to Ezreal. However, Lee Sin is a good 20 CS over Warwick.
And on top of that has 8
kills and 7 assists to Warwick's 0 kills and 4 assists.
4 assists? 4.
Looks like Warwick's going to pick up a
Wit's End eventually.
Wit's End. I don't know. Wit's End is a damage item. It's not a tank item. Well, it's a tanky DPS item. This would
be a great instance for him to have gone straight for the Frozen Heart.
I agree.
There's no doubt in my mind about it.
Lee Sin just dealing so much damage, and MF scales so well with attack speed. Especially when you've got a John on the team. Ooh, but this 3 people up top, and they see Soraka. This is really a good opportunity for them to maybe have Lulu and Ezreal head up, get this kill on Soraka, and then go for a Baron 4v5. So we shall see. No. Oh, and the ulti actually coming down. And a nice bind over the wall from Lux. Almost certainly going to be a kill there. But wow, so tanky. She needs to get that rest of the combo out. Just look at that sustained damage going down on the banana.
He's getting close, but I don't think he's going to be here soon enough.
Shreve, with that GA, with the Hex Drinker, and with the Bloodthirster, going to be a lot of damage coming down from her.
Are they going to see her? Do they know where she is? They do.
They do. They have the vision. Ooh, badm1lk going for a cheeky little Q over the wall. Ooh, and it gets that. He's been very aggressive with these ward jumps. I think they know that Riven is in there. And meanwhile, Misfortune and John are still bot.
Yeah, Janet and MF going down bot.
Yeah, so they really need to go for that Baron, I think. Honestly, they either need to say, we need to fall back, or they need to say, we're going to go for that Baron.
They can't afford to not Baron right now.
Oh, and it looks like that is, in fact, what they're going to do. And I mean, really, I don't think there would be a better opportunity for them to pick up that Baron. So they are instead just going to go back. And this could be bad, because Red Team might be able to turn this around and instead go for that Baron themselves. Ezreal is heading down bot. He's going to get spotted by Janna, who has an Aegis, by the way, and not a...
That was absolutely not worth it.
I don't think so. They lost the turret. Maybe they didn't want to lose an inhibitor or something. I don't know. But they got that Ezreal down there, which gave him that 50% attack speed buff. And they could have just used that for Baron. And it looks like instead Red Team is going to pick up Dragon. Although maybe we'll see. No, not going to be enough. Which he needed to use to pop that E to get the mark, the illumination flare onto the dragon, and then pop it with the ulti. By the way, Lux's laser will pop the passive, dealing an extra 170 damage if you hit that combo properly. They do spot Shreve on the Baron ward, and Rumble's going to have to be careful to get out of there. The first turret of the game going down for blue. Rumble doesn't have his flash up. He needs to get out right now. Pink's going down. They know he's around. Shreve might be able to find him.
Come on, Sacred.
Ooh, there it is. They find him. Sacred almost certainly going to go down now. Wants to maybe put down that ulti, but I think it's too late. The Ignite goes down, the ulti goes down from Shreed, and that is going to be a kill.
I don't know what he was doing there.
badm1lk, meanwhile, aims to pick up the kill. Brandibus putting down the ulti, but it's not going to be enough. He just has so much lifesteal right now.
Wow.
Is he going to be able to get that? And he lines the Q, but he doesn't follow it up. So great job on Lee Sin from badm1lk. 10-0-7. Has the Triforce completed. Has a Hex Drinker.
Clearly not gotm1lk's patented tank Lee Sin going down here.
I've improved though. I now do the Q and the W and the E. Like R, Q, W, E is your skill priority, but obviously when you're level 18, you got everything you need. Nomad's actually being chased down. Ezreal gets the Phase Proc on. Looks like she's instead going to go back in to try and turn this fight around with badm1lk there. So much damage coming out of those crits. Lulu using the ulti on herself. badm1lk actually landing the Q. That was just a little bit of spectator kind of glitching out a little bit. Not quite going to be able to pick up that kill. Misses that Q, and now it's Shiz the Bear just going to go ahead.
This is what happens when your Ezreal is Trinity Force instead of the big late game damage items.
People knock on Triforce, but really,
I'm not saying that Triforce.
And I mean, we've seen a lot of
outscaled that hard.
We've seen him pick up a lot of kills because of those Phage procs.
Sure.
So I mean, it is a great item. It doesn't deal as much damage, but damage isn't everything. And I think the fact that we've seen Urgot in tournament play, oh wow, and a big ulti coming in behind. Gets a lot of damage, about half health down to the jungle Lux with just one ulti. Stream, so much damage coming down from Stream. The Riven ulti and the Lee Sin Q, both of them scaling off of missing health, so both of them kind of have this executioner mechanic, which is huge right now. Stream taking a little bit of damage, the Phase Proc goes down. They should really, oh no, the badm1lk is gonna come, get the Q down. Looks like things may be turning around the red. The Jonathan
carrying so hard.
Not quite landing. Lux just slightly out of range for her Q. Oh, and the Soraka going in. With that goes, however, it looks like the team doesn't want to go in. Decent amount of CC from red team to
that'll be a dead Ez.
Wow, and that could be a dead Ez, but no, he is able to get away with that E. So mobile. Burnibus, oh wow, actually kicking badm1lk kicking Brandibus into the Lulu ulti, into range for Lulu to put the ulti down. Looks like they're going to take a turret. Double GA picked up on red team. Guardian Angel on Shreed, the Guardian Angel on MF, plus the Janna Shield. Ooh, wow, and gets down very low, but she still has that Hex Drinker, hasn't yet proc, and it looks like blue team's just going to surrender. So, I didn't have a chance to pause the game. I put my mouse over it, but I didn't get there.
I was like, oh, I should probably pause, and the game ended.
And the game ended. So,
that's why people gotta try and actually throw in these things.
Yeah, exactly. Very good job from badm1lk. I'm gonna go. If you could, I'll write it down. I'm gonna go ahead and write down just on the spreadsheet with the notable moments. When I upload this VOD, I am gonna want that part where badm1lk did a great job, ward jumping over the wall.
Oh yeah, that was really good. That was early in the game. It was like 12 to 15 minutes.
So I think I did record it. Unfortunately, the first 9 minutes of this VOD are cut off because my XSplit hotkey didn't win. Didn't go off to kind of switch, but at any rate, very well played from both teams. Early game it was just neck and neck, but eventually badm1lk just really showing he's such a dominant force on that Lee Sin jungle. So very, very, very well done by him. And anything else to say? Post-game analysis, if you will.
Oh, sorry. I was completely distracted by how overpowering that performance from Lee Sin was.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at pro castering.
Great job. All right, well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and Jerry of None has asked me to delete the VOD. I'd consider it because, the first 9 minutes are cut off. It's just going to be a big black screen as we talk about, oh, what a sensational play that was. But, takes you back to the era of radio, I guess you could say. So, would have liked to see either team pick up an Oracles, especially Lee Sin, just totally unkillable with that Soraka Janna double support. And he had the Triforce, he had the Hexdrinker, Merctrez, armor from Wriggles. He was quite survivable and quite untouchable, able to kind of just dart in and out of battle. So very well played from badm1lk. Unfortunate that blue team couldn't really use that post-6 Warwick gank to their advantage. I think maybe if he had picked up an Oracles and then really just put down wards everywhere so that he never got caught in an uncompromising situation. But really, purple team had excellent vision. Red team had excellent vision, excellent gank, excellent damage, excellent everything. So very, very, very well done from them. So I'm going to go ahead and say GG, WP, end this recording and move on to the next recording. By the way, of course, if you're watching the stream, check out youtube.com/milkcast for the VODs. If you're watching VODs on YouTube, check out milkcast.com or twitch.tv/milkcast for the live stream, because everything's better live. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording, and away we go.